Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III. I am your host. I hope you're having a great morning. Let's get you started with the daily dose of inspiration and motivation out of the Daily Mastermind mobile app. The quote of the day is, "Act boldly and unseen forces will come to your aid." Act boldly and unseen forces will come to your aid. I guess that's a great question for you this morning. Are you acting boldly? Are you playing at a high level? Ask yourself that question right now. What level are you playing at in your business, in your life, in your relationships? Are you on a scale from 1 to 10? Where are you at? Could you honestly say that you're at your best level? Are you playing at a 10? You know, a lot of times when we get motivated and inspired, we inch it up a notch, right? And that's the goal every day of your daily rituals and the daily mastermind, is to get you motivated so that you'll increase the level you're performing at. Because that's when you're going to live your best life, when you're playing at a 10. So you have to ask yourself, are you an observer right now, or are you a player? Are you on the sidelines, or are you playing in the game? What are you doing to really execute at a high level in your goals, your passions, your business, your relationships, everything else? See, the thing is so many people hesitate. And they hesitate in life, obviously because of fear, because of the unknown, because of doubt, because of lack of confidence. And all of those things are important to be aware of, because you've got to make key decisions and changes. But let me remind you of something. And this is something I really want you to think about. You know, we worry about what other people think. We worry about what's going to happen. We worry about outcomes. But in the game of life, you set the rules. You truly are the one who determines what's important and what's not. For all intents and purposes, most people believe they're the player in the game, and they don't realize that they're also the coach, they're also the referee, you're also the judge, or you're the orchestrator of the game. You know, this is something that you absolutely have to understand, because so many of us are playing by the rules rather than setting the rules. So many of us are judging ourselves, letting other people judge us, rather than setting the parameters by which we will judge the results in our life. Another way to put it, and I really love the analogy that Joe Rogan uses, of be the hero of your story. I mean, think about the last really good movie or story that you've heard, right? A movie you've gone into. And I ask you if you're playing at a high level, and we talked about the fact that some people are just, it's just a dumpster fire they have in their life right now, right? Most people feel that way. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like things are not going right, things are bad, or you're having success, but you're bouncing up against a wall where you just can't seem to punch through it? Well, here's the thing. When you write the script of your life, the story of your life, when was the last time you went into a movie and you wanted everything to be all perfect when it started in the beginning? You know, the main character was just living their life, and all of a sudden the story develops. No, you don't want to have an amazing story start where everything's all set up and working, right? What's better than a comeback story is a story that, or a story of success rather, is a comeback story. You know, someone whose life has just been in the toilet and they've turned it around. They've become the hero. So when you go to a movie, you've been to a really good movie, what happens in the first 2 to 5 minutes of the movie? It's absolutely the biggest challenging mess you could ever get in. It sucks you in. It adds suspense. It gets you engaged. It shows you that there's a conflict, right? They call this a conflict. Well, you may be in your life going through a conflict right now. You may be dealing with some things. That's the best time to start writing the story. That's the best time to become the hero of your story. And so don't wait for the right time. So let me do this. I want to get you going for the day, but I also want to give you a couple of key strategies. And so I want to point out a couple of things, since on Thursdays I like to talk business. I want you to really identify in your day-to-day whether you're doing things that are productive or just busy. Are you staying active? Are they activities? Or are they productivity, right? Are you accomplishing results? And there's a time for both, right? You've got to get organized and you've got to get set up, but at times you just got to execute, and execution is the key. We talked about that a little earlier. And so let me give you a couple of steps that I use in pretty much every business. Now, you may not be a salesperson or a marketer or this or that, but you can relate these to your business. I call them the 5 C's of growing your revenue But you can apply these to a lot of different things. But most of you are entrepreneurs. Most of you may not be doing sales or marketing, but you need to understand that communication and marketing and sales is part of everything if you're an entrepreneur or you're success driven. And so these 5 C's are contact, capture, convert, commerce, and communication. Let me break that down for you for a minute. The first one is contacting. This is prospecting. Every business needs to get new leads. Everyone that's trying to learn and expand their circle needs to create more contacts. They need to expand their mastermind. They need to expand their contacts of people that are successful, happy, fulfilled people in their life. So contacting is one of the activities you should spend time on during your week. Capturing, that's marketing. Marketing is not just contacting and prospecting, but it's capturing leads, bringing new people into your life, basically getting the information you need in order to create real revenue in your business. The third area is converting, and that's sales. See, sales has always had kind of a negative stigma, let's call it, try to think of the right word. But at the bottom line, at the end of the day, if you believe in what you're doing, then you shouldn't worry about what the stigma of sales is. You've got to be able to capture more leads and convert them into clients, into customers, into lifelong relationships. So learning sales skills is so important. And every part of your day or every part of your week should include a degree of contacting, capturing, and converting, prospecting, marketing, and sales. And then the fourth C is commerce. That's creating revenue. That's really creating revenue in your business. That's transacting sales. More transactions, more revenue, more pricing. Those are all things that you've got to learn to master if you're in business. And the final one being communication. Communication is ultimately the most important tool you're going to have in business. This is where you develop long-term relationships. You increase the lifetime value of your client. And when you increase the lifetime value of your client, you're going to find that you can have fewer relationships that are more profitable, productive, and engaging, and you can help people more long term. See, so many people in sales and marketing and business are just going for the quick buck, when developing long-term relationships is really how you can create a stable, secure business. So those are kind of the 5 C's. I give you those because the topic today was, what level are you playing at? Are you doing things that are productive, not just active, going through the motions? And no matter where you're at in your business, whether you're having success or you're struggling or in your life, be the hero of your story. Get in there, start wherever you're at, and create an amazing story. And I know you can do it. I know you've got all the potential inside you to do what you need to do. You've just got to stretch yourself outside your comfort zone. You've got to get outside your normal day-to-day, do whatever it is you don't normally do, and start to stretch yourself and watch what happens. Back to the quote today, act boldly and unseen forces will come to your aid. Act boldly today. Do what you need to do to take your business to the next level. And I'll look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. My name is George Wright III. This has been the Daily Mastermind. Share this episode, and I'll talk with you more tomorrow. Have a great day.